Welcome back to Buzz Recaps. Today I will explain drama romance film released in the year 2012. Before starting the film, make sure to subscribe and like this video. The movie begins in a school with a mathematics teacher. She is teaching in the class while two boys named Robert and Jacek are sitting on the back bench. They are talking to each other. The teacher sees them when she asks them how much they have noted from the lecture. And to find out that the two boys were not writing anything. They were having fun while writing some stories in the notebook. That's why the teacher gets angry at them and asks them why they are in school if they don't study. And a girl sitting in the front row tells the teacher that those boys are always looking at girls. She also says that those boys look at the female teachers and strangely imagine them. Meanwhile, those boys wondered if they imagined their teachers and made a story. Then, later on, they can sell a story to make film companies. And that's why the teacher gets angry at them and tells them that whatever they're thinking is wrong and they will never get a single penny for their stories. Later after school. When the boys start going home, they see their English teacher, Zaklina. They are in love with her and fantasize about her every day. Whenever she is out, they follow her and stalk her. After some time, Zaklina goes swimming. And Robert and Jacek were following her to the swimming pool. After that, Zaklina starts swimming while they watch her in the pool. Moreover, Robert and Jacek also get into the pool with her and look at her wafter. And suddenly, Zaklina's swimsuit opens and the boys see her in that condition and start celebrating. Because now they got what they wanted. Later Zaklina goes home and the boys follow her to her house. Zaklina had a husband and she wasn't happy with him. The boys stalk her from the window. Zaklina was upset because of her relationship. When she started changing her dress, Robert wanted to take her picture. At that moment, Jacek stopped and told him he shouldn't do that because it was wrong. The following day, the boys make a film based on their stories and they show it to Zaklina. She likes it, appreciates them, and says they have done a good job. After that, Zaklina shows their film in the classroom. While all the students start laughing at the film. At the moment, Zaklina tells all the students that the boys have made a great film and it can make anyone cry. And they should appreciate the film and the hard work. When Robert and Jacek hear this from their teacher, they get happy and start assuming that their teacher loves them. Later after school, the boys edit their films because they believe they can make their teacher happy if they make their films better. And then they can get what they want from her. The next day, when the boys went to school, they told their classmates that the maths teacher was angry and she had an extra class. That's why they couldn't show their film today. And then Robert tells the students that their maths teacher is calling them. Meanwhile, all of that was a lie because the boys wanted to meet the teacher alone. That's why they lied. After some time, when the teacher came, she was surprised to see that there were no other students. However, she started her class. Meanwhile, the boys were not interested in her class. They start their fantasies about her while she is teaching. And both of them dream about loving her in every way possible. At the same time, their teacher got friendly with them and told them they should continue their class after a cigarette. And that's why they went out to smoke. Moreover, Robert started talking to Zaklina and got close to her, while Jacek was jealous and wanted to talk to her. Because he was an introvert, he couldn't talk as frankly as Robert. Suddenly Zaklina tells Robert that his sweater looks nice and must be warm. And Robert replies that her dress looks beautiful and she looks attractive. When Zaklina hears that, she understands Robert's intentions. And that's why she started getting frank with them. And open up like friends. Because Robert got the green flag from his teacher, and that's why he asked her if he needed some pictures of her teacher for the school project so she could help him, and she agreed to give him some pictures. While talking, Robert tells Zaklina that she is good at swimming, and Zaklina replies that she is also good at opening her swimsuit. And they must know because they saw her at the pool. And when they heard that, the boys got surprised to learn that she knew about them when they followed her to the pool. The next morning, Robert takes Zaklina somewhere alone for a photo shoot. And he didn't tell Jacek about his meeting because he wanted to come close to her. However, Jacek was following Robert and he also reached the end, hiding behind the trees. While Zaklina was posing for the pictures in attractive poses. And that's why she completely melted Robert. Later in the day, Robert was looking at the picture of Zaklina in his room. And his mother gets angry at him because he doesn't focus on his studies. She tells him his maths teacher told her he is the worst student in the class. Jacek replied that he wants to make films with his imagination and has good stories. And then his mother asks where he would get the money for his film. Because Robert had thought that he could get money from his imagination. Later at night, he wrote a letter to his teacher and emailed her. The following day, when Zaklina comes to the class, she asks all the students who wrote her a letter yesterday. And when the students hear about it, they start laughing. On the other hand, Jacek was upset because Robert betrayed him and his maths teacher failed him. That's why Jacek asks Robert to drop him at his house. Robert had plans with his teacher, so he told Jacek that he had an extra class and would go home late. Meanwhile, Jacek knew about his plans and he got upset and leave without saying anything. After some time, Zachlina comes out and Robert asks her to ride with him and she agrees to go with him. Robert takes her to a lake nearby and once they reach there, we can see their clothes, which means they are swimming in the lake. Meanwhile, Robert tells Zachlina that he was the one who sent her the message. And she replies to him that she already knows because he always follows her. And after that, they get intimate. The next day, Zachlina selects Robert and Jacek for the upcoming film festival. However, now their parents must send them to the festival because they are selected. And at the same time, Robert's father looks at Zachlina and starts fantasizing about her. Later at the film festival, Robert gets thirsty and goes to meet Zachlina. However, when he goes to her room with flowers, to his surprise, their maths teacher comes out of the room. Robert instantly throws the flower and says that he came there by mistake and left. On the other hand, Jacek understands that Robert is getting closer to Zachlina and to keep him away from her. He asks him to play with him. Meanwhile, Robert couldn't do anything and play with him while thinking about Zachlina. Later at night, when everyone is drunk at the party, Robert goes to meet Zachlina. He sees that Zachlina is talking to the maths teacher and she goes to sleep after some time. And then Robert goes to Zachlina and wants to get intimate with her. And she was also attracted to him, however. That place was unsafe for them to get intimate, so Robert took her elsewhere. Meanwhile, Jacek was watching them. And when he sees them together, he gets angry because they have decided to meet Zachlina and Robert betrays him. And after a while, Robert gets intimate with Zachlina. Moreover, Jacek makes a video of them. White Zachlina and Robert had no idea. They start meeting every day. Moreover, Zachlina had a husband and Robert had no one to make him happy and that's why he fails in love with her. When they come back from the film festival, Robert was thinking about Zachlina. On the other hand, Zachlina was not happy with her husband. At night Robert decided to meet Zachlina and get intimate. The following day, when Robert goes to school, all the students congratulate him for having a relationship with his teacher. Meanwhile, Robert was shocked and wondered how they knew. And at that time, he sees Zachlina in the principal office crying. And Robert understands that Jacek might have told everyone about his relationship because he is the one who knew about him. Robert instantly confronts him and they start fighting. After that, Robert leaves. He was sad because he had lost his love, so he jumped from a height with his bike. And he got badly injured. With that, the movie ends here. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe for more. See you next time. Take care.